All right. Hello, everyone. Y bienvenidos. Hola. ¿Cómo estamos? This is Español Uno con Señor Ramirez, or welcome to Spanish One with Mr. Ramirez. You guys see the guitar in the background? It tells you a little bit about myself. I am a musician. This is a little about me page. So this is my second year teaching high school Spanish. I taught 2 years at middle school before this. I taught last year here at North, and I taught 2 years before that at Southbridge Middle School. This is my mom and dad, and I am a first-generation American, born to Colombian immigrants. I graduated at a Worcester State University with a bachelor's in history. So I am also licensed to teach history as well as Spanish. This is my family, my girl and our daughter, and we like to take hikes, read books, play video games on all systems, listen to lots of different types of music, and watch anime. And that's my kitty, Aria. Rescued her a year ago, but she's still very small. I have 2 other cats named Karma and Jazzy, who are a lot bigger than her. Now a little bit more about the class. When will we be meeting? Well, depending on what your schedule says for yourself on when you're supposed to have what time and what period, here are the periods here for the times of our class. And I also posted a schedule over here on the right. So if it says that you have Spanish period 1 on your schedule, that means that you're going to look at the one here, look for period 1 here, and that tells you that you see me on Mondays at 7:20 to 8:30. 70-minute long classes. Eventually, we'll try and break those Zooms into groups and stuff. From the beginning, not so quickly, because I do want to be able to get full group to get to know everyone. But eventually, we can break into groups for classwork and stuff in those 70-minute blocks as well. Now, how will we be conducting class? We'll be meeting virtually twice a week for 70 minutes as a class through Google Meets or Zoom. Fridays we will not meet, but they'll be used for independent coursework, which means stuff that you'll be able to do on your own, which will also be related to the stuff that we worked on the 2 days throughout the week. You will be graded first quarter. So I know that last year you guys were not hurt with your grades from the last quarter, but this quarter will be different. It will be counted, and it will be graded from 1 to 100. I will be assigning short written assignments due after class by 8 p.m., as well as more comprehensive assignments due by Friday at 8 p.m. You aren't required to always have your camera on, because I know that some of us deal with anxiety or don't like to be on camera, might have things going on in the background and stuff like that, so I understand. But this is a language course, so seeing and hearing you speak is very important and is a part of your grade. So eventually I do need to see everybody participate a little bit in speaking Spanish. And finally, it goes without saying, but please be respectful. Show up to class on time. Dress appropriately, of course, if you're going to be on camera, and allow for one speaker at a time so that everybody can be heard. Okay, and if you're really anxious to get a question asked and somebody keeps talking, it's okay. You could just field it to me by typing them at any time. All right, why is Spanish 1 important? I get this question a lot, believe it or not, especially when kids are just like, why do I have to take this? Well, it's actually a lot of good reasons. First and foremost, and most importantly, I guess, is that every student is required to take and pass at least 2 years of foreign language to graduate high school. But you can take more than that, as there's Spanish 3 and 4, as well as AP classes. This class will often use other subjects like math, history, and science, which will help you freshen up on those subjects. And it'll also help you connect your understanding of the language to your own lives to make it that much more interesting for you. A second or third language is something that you can immediately use to increase your opportunities in life, whether that be with your personal life or whether that be your professional life. As we grow, language barriers become more visible, and we may see people around us struggle in our everyday lives with language. Even very basic survival Spanish can be used to help in these situations. So maybe you'll be working as a cashier one day, and you'll just know how to say the right correct amount of change for somebody who is really struggling with that. Or you'll be able to say this or that in simple situations that could really make a difference for people who are trying to learn our language. And finally, it says, should you decide, we hope to give you a deeper appreciation for Spanish culture and contributions to society. And what that means is that we will be dealing with art as well as music in class. And should you decide to take AP and do well on your test, you can earn something called the Seal of Biliteracy. And the Seal of Biliteracy is something like an honor roll seal. And it looks amazing on your job resume because it basically says that you can speak 2 languages rather than 1. And any employer is going to take that into heavy consideration. Now, what will we be learning in Spanish 1? So this is a little bit of an overview from our textbook from Avanzados Level 1, and I will be providing you guys screenshots of your textbooks. Obviously, you guys don't need to have your textbooks. I'll be sending you pictures of everything you need. And we'll be spending a couple of weeks on each of these units. We may not reach all of them by the end of the year, and that's okay. All right, we're going to try and get as far as we can. And when we do go back to teaching in person, we'll obviously reassess where we are and go over anything that we need to that we may not have truly understood during our time remotely. What will we be learning in the preliminary unit, which is the first one? What is survival Spanish? Well, imagine you're stuck in a Spanish-speaking country and you had to survive with what little Spanish you know. The basis of communication, like greetings and simple questions, are known as survival Spanish. You will learn how to introduce yourself and others, ask and answer how someone is feeling, say goodbye based on what time it is, as well as just knowing the alphabet. And this is a screenshot of our textbook vocabulary page from the first lecture, which is the preliminary lecture. And it's teaching you basic greetings as well as introductions. Do take a look at this, as this will be the first stuff that we will be going over when school starts on September 15th. All right, and if you're seeing this on the first day of school, that's okay too. Take some time, familiarize yourself with this vocabulary. That doesn't mean memorize it in 10 minutes. That means, take your time, pace yourself, practice with someone, and see how much of this you can actually get down. The rest of the section is over here, which is learning to talk about what day it is. And I believe I have the days in the next slide. Exchanging phone numbers. So knowing the numbers from 1 to 10 is all you need to know for that. Words and phrases like excuse me and thank you, Mr. and Miss. Describing the weather, so talking about how it is outside, and also talking about where we're from. These are the days for the week. Lunes for Monday, martes is Tuesday, miércoles is Wednesday, jueves is Thursday, viernes is Friday, sábado is Saturday, and domingo is Sunday. And actually, they are all supposed to be lowercase for the record. In Spanish, we actually do it lowercase. So I did a typo. All right, let's see here. We have the numbers from 1 to 10, which I'm sure you guys probably know by now, but I'll do it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I will be going over this in another video because I know we do need practice with this. These numbers are going to be essential for learning everything else down the line with numbers. This is how vowels are pronounced in Spanish. And this will help you pronounce words because obviously the way we say these vowels are not the same way we say them in English. So the letter A is pronounced as an A in father, encantada, mal, mañana. The letter E is pronounced as an E in hey, menos, señor, presento. I is pronounced like E in meat, igualmente, adiós, bien. O is pronounced as an O in woke, hola, noches, como. And U is pronounced like U in boot, usted, mucho, tú. Now, try properly pronouncing the Spanish alphabet, and I'll do it once for you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, ñ. You guys can pause and rewind the video as you need to practice each one. These are the letters O through Z. O, P, Q, R, R, that's the rolled R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now, if you click on this link, it'll show you a list of subject pronouns, which is how we pronounce I, you, he, she, they in Spanish. And that will also be extremely essential. I'd say like constitutional to this class. So you really want to get those down. Spanish speakers are everywhere. All right. So try to use this class to connect with people around you. All right. This is ultimately a class just not just about language, but about people. And with that, I'd like to welcome you all to Spanish 1. I hope we have a great year. Please feel to ask me any questions that you have about the class or the school year, and I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can. My email is ramirezj@worcesterschools.net. And with that, thank you all. Have a great day.